Right.
I thought you farted then.
No.
You hiccuped and then Lou blew her nose, and I was like,
no. They were not related. They were not related.
Nice to know we started recording for that.
I mean, it's not as uncoordinated as we started some games. I mean, it has been worse than this. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Critically Average Adventures, and welcome to a game we call the Fragments. This is a D&D 5e campaign. I'm playing with my friends, and these fine folk are my friends. When last we saw our heroes, we were dealing with some bad stuff. They had left from after being looked after by the patron and the folks of the Painted Lady, have fed some food and recouped after fighting an assassin on the roof. They decided to try and make their way through the streets of Morden South to try and find some underground places that that one of their companions had advised them of. Their invisible Mr. Johnson of the Nobody, and on their way, Killian had been having a look around and saw a similar figure on the roof that had mobbed them before and tried to take them out from the rooftops, blasting apart part of a chimney breast, revealing their location. Everyone started bombarding this area with trying to attack, and then up from behind them, they were suddenly enveloped in a mass of cold and ice, and we come in at that point after that icy blast has hit you, and you look down, and in your arms is a cold frozen pup. And Matt, before you there was a cold frozen big killer still.
More importantly, how's Eggy?
We don't know. Oh no. We don't know about
Oh dear.
no.
Not Eggy too.
We don't know.
Charlie's gonna be out to kill.
We don't know about Eggy whatsoever. So if I can try and explain it to you. So up to the right, on top of buildings, there is the character that was trying to get you first.
Erwin got thrown up in the air and was going to climb up, and people were racing up the downstairs and things. And
yes, there was attempts to get to that roof part, but then suddenly from behind you.
Right, okay. So I'd just thrown Erwin up.
No, I'm frozen.
Yeah, so it'd be enveloped in that cone of thing. I think that was the plan, wasn't it, going forward, to get an Erwin to the roof? Is that right on this point?
Yes, it was going to be a toss.
Yeah.
No, Matt, you're thinking of the first time you came across an assassin. The first time you came across an assassin, Erwin.
So second rooftop attack. I hadn't actually got there this time. I was like, toss me, failed, ouch. Toss me again, frozen, ouch.
I think that's where we are. So
pretty much.
So from behind you, icy blasts up above you, raining poison arrows. What do we do? Killian is coming in with you, mate.
I was going to say, is everybody else frozen?
No one is frozen solid. No one is incapacitated by this, but
good.
It was very cold. I'm just going to double check. I think it just freezes you and gives you a chilly time. The words of the spell, if you wouldn't mind. It's just painful. Yeah, 8d8 painful, folks. That was.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So.
Not a pleasant experience.
Oh, because you couldn't see it, so you couldn't do your roguey half it.
Nope. I just literally froze solid.
So can I
throw the frozen pup at him?
No. You're horrible.
Knocks him out completely. Yeah.
Throw the frozen Erwin at him.
Can I? Oh, is it worth Eldritch Blast?
Well, your Warlock, your Eldritch Blast It's how you start
Okay.
arguments, end arguments, and win arguments.
You've got one on the roof that you were blasting at previously that was quite horrid. This thing is horrid also.
Have we actually even looked at it yet?
Yeah,
No,
you did spin round and look at this blue skinned creature that had.
Okay,
hurled itself
so-
to you.
But with Eldritch Blast, because I get 2,
Yeah.
can I do one at one at the other?
Yes,
Pew, pew.
you can go like this.
They've
blast and
just
spin
frozen
round.
my pup.
So which one, who are you shooting first, Bluey or the other one?
The other one.
Louis or Roofy?
Yeah, Bluey or Rufy.
Oh, Rufus, that's his name now. Rufus.
And
Oh,
can I?
What? What, John? Don't be like that.
We're one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, can I do hex first?
Oh, yeah, you can as a bonus action.
Yeah,
Excellent.
on blue guy, on
Bluey's up.
Bluey.
Okay.
Um,
And just remind everybody what that does to the poor little guy.
so I get an extra 1d6 damage,
Yeah.
necrotic damage to the target whenever I hit it with an attack.
Mhm.
Also choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks.
Well, that's very good. So think about a spell that you do that gives them, that makes them do an ability check and give them disadvantage on it.
It's ability checks. It's not saves.
Oh, no. Okay, not saves.
So
Yeah,
it's like
but
if they have to make an athletics check, you give them a disadvantage on
So
strength.
if they were
have to
wrestling
make a
jacks, for
charisma
example,
check.
Okay, so let's give it a we'd say strength.
well, if it was Jax decided to wrestle it, that would
So
make it
what
do
are
a check,
the
wouldn't it?
ability checks?
That would be a disadvantage, yes. Yeah. If we were grappling or anything like that, that would be disadvantage on strength.
Grappling,
So-
or if you tried to seduce it.
Is that
Did
the
you
one
say-
where you have to do the saving throw, or is
Oh,
that?
you just cast it. It lands.
You just cast it, it's there. You don't. I
Yeah.
don't have to do anything to resist it on that one. It is just X. I can't stop it.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
okay, so I'm gonna hex it and we'll choose strength.
Okay, so
Yeah,
hex on strength. Okay,
Yeah. So I get an extra d6
1d6 if you think.
if I hit it. Yeah.
So you're going for blue first in the first blast, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
25.
Yes, that hits the bluey.
Okay.
Nice.
And then sorry. And then so I get my +3 on this and then my +6 on it as well. So I get a +9 on it.
Plus 1d6.
1d6.
Oh,
So you roll a d10 and a d6 and add 3.
Yeah.
and I'll do it. Right. Thank you, Matt. 11.
11. Lovely.
And then other guy.
Well done. Well done. Let me get this done. Okay. Yeah.
Boom,
Oh,
bitches.
nice. Nat 20 on the other guy. So double your dice.
So
Right.
2d6 and no, 2d10, no d6, and plus 3.
D10. No D6 because
Because
it's
he's
not
not
the other one. But then a +3 on it.
Yeah. 2d10 plus your modifier.
So I've got a 10 and a 10. So 23.
23. Come on, Killian. No.
Fucking up Rufus.
Rufus isn't looking happy. Because
Rufia!
you just basically blasted, like you shot the chimney pot that he was trying to hide behind. It's exploding, then you like this cone comes over you. Your resistance to it is kind of like you kind of shrug that off a little bit, but then you just like boom. Like for some reason, like the power of your dog dying has
I will-
enthused you.
I will just say I am extremely low on health. If somebody could help me out, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've
I'll
got
totally
some
help you
health
out. I'll go
potions.
kill the guy and he can't do any more damage.
That's
What,
another option. So next up in this this round of battling, Serial Glanel, it is your go. Your friends are looking poorly. They've been
Um,
with a
But that monster just
Cool.
ruined your dress.
I'm gonna do healing spirit spell.
yeah.
Ooh.
One range is. I haven't done this before. Just bear with me.
Mhm,
Range is 60 foot. By 5 foot.
mhm.
You can call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intangible spirit appears in the space that is 5 foot cubed you can see within range.
Mhm.
The spirit looks like a transparent beast or fey. So I'm going to say it's a bird. Okay. So
Oh,
it's a transparent
lovely.
bird. A little green, a big green bird, like a phoenixy type thing. Until the spell ends, whenever you or the creature can see move in the spirit's space. Hang on. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit's space for the first time, or on the turn and starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. So basically, every time you're anywhere near me, guys,
It knew it.
You put it where you want. So if you put it on your square,
It heals you.
it will heal you. But you could put it on Irwin Square, or you could put it in front of.
okay, whose health is looking the dodgiest?
I'd go with our Dragonborn friend.
I'm going to put it next
I'd go
to.
Big dog,
No,
little dog.
But Killian resisted it.
Yeah, but I was low on health anyway.
You should have had a long rest.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
And my health isn't that great. My hit points aren't that great. I've
Of
got
course, yeah, because you are warlock. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
For my spell, I'm going to move my little spirit over to Killian.
The little green bird appears on your head.
What is
In
this
between your
healing?
horns, like making a little nest.
Blue roll
So
of 1d6.
Killian, you can.
You need to roll a d6, Lee.
Oh, I roll it. Okay.
Yeah, it's your spell. You roll it.
Oh, does it? Is it now, or I thought it was at the start of my turn?
Start
When
with this
you
turn.
At
first
the start
cast
of
it.
your turn, or when
4.
4 extra health.
Brilliant. Thank you.
So if I wanted to heal myself, I could literally just run up to it and go, help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the way past.
And that's your bonus action. So because that's only a casting time of a bonus action.
What's your normal action?
So that's only a bonus action, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, can I do another spell? I'm not allowed.
you can do a cantrip.
Cantrip.
So
I'm
like chill touch, primal savagery, that sort of stuff.
going to do primal savagery then.
Okay. So you're going to move up to the creature.
Move up to the creature. There's the one. It's not the one on the roof. It's the one behind me.
No, you'd have to do some serious acrobatics to get to the one on the roof.
Yeah.
Athletic. But primal savage. You move up to this creature. Fine. Go for it.
20.
A 20 to hit, or natural 20? You're talking here.
20 to hit it.
20 to hit. You hit it. Of course you do. 20.
Of course you do.
Of course you do. You don't.
And I got 10 primal savagery damage.
So yeah, there's slashing. No, poison.
Acid.
Acid.
Acid. Yeah, that's acid damage. Sorry.
There you go. Next in this battle, because they rolled absolutely shockingly, is Erwin.
Gotta be me. I'm the fastest, slowest person.
Gotta
you know.
be me.
Okay, so fantastic. We have somebody in combat with the person. I'm not disadvantaged. I'm going to rock up to the blue guy and take my sneak attack of opportunity.
Yes, you can sneak attack because you have an ally within 5.
I do. Okay, so first thing, psychic blade. First one.
Lovely.
13.
No, I'm afraid not.
Hang on. I'm going to spend a psychic point. So add some dollars to that. Roll the 8.
I can't actually.
16.
Hmm?
Does 16 hit?
16.
The 16 is it's on the nose.
Okay.
I go for that.
So I roll the 3d6 first.
Look at my video.
I don't know.
9 plus. Uh, 16 damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, tasty.
Yeah, it's not bad. Bonus attack. The bonus attack doesn't get you sneak attack, does it? Or does it?
No, well, it's the first attack in your round. The only thing that would get you an extra sneak attack is if you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Just make sure.
Yeah, if he moves away.
Anyway. 15. Wait, cute. Wake up. 17.
Yeah.
And um, 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 damage.
13. Okay. And they did roll so badly, Jack.
Where's Charlie in there? Is Charlie after Jack?
Charlie's after Jax. Basically, everyone
Brilliant.
gets to go before they get to go. So, I don't know how dangerous this is.
So, bonus action, I am going to grow big.
You.
I'm going to move within 10 foot of Blue Guy. So, probably behind Erwin, over
Yeah,
the top
kicking
of his
over
head.
everyone's heads.
Yeah. And then I am going to make several lightning quick slashes across his torso with a glaive.
Do so.
Uh,
I would love to see that. I'd love to see the smooth guy get cut to pieces.
So 22 to hit on the first hit, 23 to hit on the second hit.
Oh, good.
And that gives me how much to extra damage? I get D6s. Where's mid growing large? Yep, so 2d6. So that is 11 points of slashing damage on the first hit.
Yeah.
And can he make a... Ooh! Can he make a strength saving throw DC 14?
Strength saving throw DC 14. Yeah. Oh, nat 20.
Okay, so he takes, in the first hit, he takes 11 points of slashing damage and
Yeah.
12 points of fire damage as I unleash my rune on him. And the second attack, he takes...
Hold on, just take 12 off.
Area 12.
he takes 13 points of slashing damage.
Sorry, say again, missed that.
13, 1-3.
Yeah,
Then I'm going to action surge
yeah.
and take another 2 slashes across his torso.
I shall cut him in twain.
He throws the dogs, he is dead.
So does a 17 hit?
Yes.
If I was the assassin on the roof, I'd have got the heck out of there after seeing that.
So the first extra attack is 18 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
9 points of slashing damage.
Only
And
9.
all the while, Jax is sitting there screaming at the top of his sort of rather loud lungs at the moment because they're quite big. You killed my dog! You need to die! As he's
So
slapping
what
the-
was that first hit? Sorry?
17 plus. What was the total damage on the last bit?
of the second attack round, it was 18 and a 9.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how would you like to splat this blue man? Would you like to hold him off?
Carving slices across his chest. So basically, I'm going to dig my way into his chest, and his sort of top half falls but off.
Okay.
Like what's his name from Star Wars, you know, when he gets cut in half.
Darth
and he just
Maul.
goes,
Yeah. So yeah, you do a Darth Maul slice, but without a lightsaber. This is more
Um,
brutal. Hunks of blue flesh falling out. It's not like that simple clean cut.
He's felling a tree at this point.
Yeah, felling a tree.
But it's also awesome because it's just over Erwin's head.
Yeah.
Bits of flesh are like falling back.
It's like when you're a kid at
Yeah.
Sainsbury's at the deli counter and they've got that machine. So you're only at that height, so it seems ever so
It's
dangerous.
a fair way above your head. You're probably about shin high at the moment.
Okay. This creature falls apart as you brutally blast it apart from the loss of your animals, your lovely dogs. It's at this point that Charlie will take his turn and look around at his most ill comrades and say, "You look most ill, comrades."
No shit, Sherlock.
And Charlie will try and heal up some stuff. Oh, and apparently roll a random dice out in the middle of nothing. Sorry, no, I just rolled a dagger. There we go. Didn't really mean to do that.
My
So he-
comrades. Whew, sorry.
Comrades, take a dagger to the face.
But, sorry about that.
Let's do some.
I need 17. I'm only on 10.
I think I'm going to cure the folks that are going to be up front and center. So he's going to do. Oh, actually, no, can't do that. He hasn't got 10 minutes to do that. He will do cure wounds at whoever's up at front. So I think Erwin.
Oh, thank you very much.
So he's going to do it at level 2.
Ooh.
And you are going to get cure wounds of juicy 17.
Nice.
Charlie the healer.
Mm.
Yeah. It's at this point that the creature would go, but it's in pieces on the floor in several large, well-sliced chunks ready to be shrink wrapped.
And sold at the deli
Sold
counter,
at the deli
apparently.
counter, that's it, yeah.
Major special.
So
DM special.
straight back at Killian, because Killian is the one that's having a go. A bolt tries to come down from the above you and gets a 16.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1d8.
Oh,
Is one of your spells called shield?
You have shield.
Is this if you have a spell
You
called
can
shield?
use it as a reaction.
oh, do I?
Yeah, I don't know if you got it, but if you have, now would be a good time
Yes,
to use
I do. I keep
So, a
forgetting
shield.
I've got it. Awesome.
So a shield.
Yeah, okay, I do that.
So you need to mark off the slot.
So use one of your pack slots, or your
Okay,
level 1 slots, whatever you've got.
but
So yeah, I've hit and hits it collides with a wall of magical energy instead of piercing into you and giving you that hideous creeping poison that you felt before. It is now your go.
okay, as my bonus action, because the blue guy has now gone to 0, without having to use another spell slot, I can actually cast Hex.
Hex you have to cast.
Hex you can pass on to other people. It's Hex
If the
Blade.
target drops
Oh,
to
you can move-
0
yeah,
hit points
like you
before,
can
before
Hunter's
the
Mark,
spell
yeah.
ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature.
What would you like to curse it with? What ability are you going to curse it with?
I'd give him the same because he's going to be climbing and jumping around.
Yeah,
On strength?
yeah. fuck
Okay,
it.
cool. No worries.
And guess what?
2 doses of delicious Eldritch Blast right at him.
Your opening argument shall be Eldritch Blast.
22.
22, that's it. Yeah. Even though that's your cover, yep. Yeah, even with their cover, because they duck back around the chimney breast.
Yeah. So it's
2d10, 2d6, and plus 6.
2d10,
2d6.
2d6 plus 6. Right, so 21.
Oh, this guy. Holy. Not.
Sorry, that was
Not
a lot of maths going on in my brain. Then I was like,
yeah, just like as you blast and you can see like skulls and like bits of his clothing are melting away as this eldritch energy rips into the fabric of his clothing. Sarah Gladden, dead and nil. It is your turn.
what even was that?
What was that?
You know, I think I needed to reboot.
It was like you stalled for a second there. It was like,
Slipped into neutral without mistake.
I'm
I
gonna
found myself on a pneumatic drill.
So how's that new
gonna
vibration
feel-
chair of yours? Sorry, Carol.
So, right, Jackson, what's your health like?
Oh, I'm look fine. I'm not. Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else running really low on health?
I look great.
Killian's
obsessed.
Kill, you should have healed another d6 because you started your turn in the same square as the spirit.
oh yeah. So do I roll that or does Lee roll that?
You should. Well, normally.
Roll
Yeah,
roll
at the
it,
start of your. Because this is where it's good because like you started your turn in it. Now Luke can now move it on to say Erwin
Or herself.
or yourself. Well, it works better if she moves it onto you because if she moves it onto you, you heal because it moves onto you, and then you start your turn and you get another heal.
Not me. I look great.
Yeah, he got 17 healed already. You're pretty much 100%, aren't
Give
you?
it to Charlie. Charlie.
I can give it to Charlie. Right, so Killian, you got another 2,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna move it on to Charlie.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Roll it again for Charlie. Tell me what Charles gets. That handsome bird boy.
Charlie gets 5.
Ah.
Oh.
You might as well roll it again now, so Charlie will get it at the start of his turn.
Yeah.
Charlie gets another 3.
8 in total. Oh, not 18. No, 8.
8. Right.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
And then hang on. I'm not finished. I can still do an action, can't I?
Yeah. Attack or
You can do a full spell because that spell is running, so you can actually cast a full spell now.
Whole spell.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna cure myself because I'm a little bit poorly.
Good.
Which one shall I do? I'll do it as a 2nd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 7 health back up.
Yum.
Good.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, lovely job. Then it is that Owen.
Is the man on the roof visible?
They are kind of tucked themselves back to the chimney pot. They are in heavy cover.
And are they out of 60-foot range?
Wait, is this the chimney pot that I blew to pieces?
You blew half of it away. They took their crossbow and ducked back down, but even then you were kind of getting them with your blast, maybe shattering some more of the chimney pot. I'd say they're lightly obscured if you want to call it that. Are they 60 foot away? You could probably get them.
Can you get away with it? Fantastic. I'm firing my daggers at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, taking advantage of throwing my dagger at him. And they're going to roll out. Terrible as usual. Ah, well, I throw my first one in his general direction. Let's see if the second one's any better. 17. Not enough.
Yeah, you got it.
Woo! Hey.
I love that. I threw my first one in his general direction.
For 6.
Was it for 6?
Yep.
How would you like to kill this creature?
To be brutally honest, it was probably a pathetic shot sort of thing. Just hit him in the same spot as Killian throwed him. It's like, actually, I can almost see it. I threw it. It bounced off. He slips off the roof and falls off and dies when he hits the ground.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, it's the shoulder. And it spins them. Like it does that, and they're like, okay, yeah, I like it. And they kind of do that, and where they're kind of getting to the edge, and their arms go,
Kind of like
And then
wings.
and then they think they've got it, and then the drain pipe breaks, and they tumble down onto the street below. Boom, boom, boom. You are now out of combat, everybody.
Can I check out? Not check out.
Can you check out? Can you
check out. Just check out.
I don't want to check out Blue Guy, but you know what?
I'm done.
You know what I mean.
Mm.
Can I investigate Blue Guy see if we had any shit on him?
Give me that investigation roll, which I crave.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm looking out for a pair of frozen solid hands lying around. You know, a pair of hands with an invisible body attached.
Nobody, yeah.
Oh yeah, because he buggered off, didn't he?
Oh, nobody jumps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is he around? Is there a pair of hands hiding behind somewhere?
They should make a perception check in a minute once we've done Killian.
17.
sure.
17. When you dig in his pocket, you find a hefty sack coin pouch.
Yeah.
It's got a selection of money in. You can count it now if you wish.
Yeah.
It has inside it 18 gold,
Oh yeah.
2 silver,
Yeah.
and 20 copper.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
You've got some loose change to spend kills. Also, when you're looking over the body, you would find that they have
Does he have a pink crystal?
does he have a pink crystal? No, he doesn't have a pink crystal.
Damn.
Symbol of the
You're hoping this was your thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool. There is a glaive. Okay.
Okay.
About that person.
Okay.
And you would find around their neck a small coin.
Yeah.
And on the small coin
Symbol of the more.
is a symbol.
I was-
of the moon.
I was just thinking that's a bit more.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay, I take
But
that.
as you turn it, it's slightly different this one.
How?
When you turn it on the back, there's a picture of like a little, like just the outline of a little bird's head, kind of painted on in white.
Does it look like a dove?
Could be.
It's like, look at you.
I take that.
Mhm.
And I don't really want to put it in my pocket. I want to kind of like wrap it in something, if that
Mhm.
makes sense, because I don't trust it
Mhm.
because we've dealt with this thing before.
You've dealt with the mirrors before. You've seen the kind
Yeah.
of mirror things.
But
When
we've
they've been
Hey, we have dealt with that weird, creepy, priesty guy that turned into the octopus creature
on the floor. Yeah.
because of this thing. So That's how I refer to it now.
Yeah, I got it.
So I want to wrap it in something and then put it in my bag or
Okay.
something.
You think that the pendant itself has some sort of strange eldritch
Yeah.
strange octopus energy?
That was
Not even
probably
just-
the enchanted mirror thing that keeps disappearing every time we turn up. It liquefies.
Yeah, it's like,
Drippy mirror.
if anything, it's a bit weird.
It is a bit
I
weird.
don't like it.
Quote your mate Jack.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
Um,
like it. Like, goes away.
I am going to sort of, because I'm currently large, for another 50 odd seconds. I would like to look up and down the sort of road that we're on and sort of check out the roofs and things, because I should have a clearer line of sight over everyone's head.
As you sort of look up and down, you can see that there is the street kind of cleared when people started firing off blasts of magical energy, like running for cover. These are the small folk. These are not people.
I think there was probably some other casualties, because like average mook on the street is not going to take 8d8 or whatever it is.
No,
cold damage.
you're looking for all the everything is kind of in this kind of layer of hoarfrost around you. Like the tops of barrels are frozen over. And do you want to make me a perception?
Just imagine like bits of chimney just scattered.
Yeah, there's lots of chimney. There's like bits of rubble falling
Child.
down.
Love to have made your perception, but I got a 4.
You don't see anything. I think Erwin would see hear something. Actually. Oh, no, Sarah would hear.
Where's that coming from?
You think from a barrel.
I go to investigate where I think the noise is coming from in the barrel.
There is a water barrel, like a catchment barrel,
Yeah.
and it is beneath like a pipe that runs from the roof to catch that like melting snow water.
Mhm.
And as you peer in over the top is completely frozen. But you
There's
can-
some hands knocking on the ice.
yeah,
Yeah. I break the ice.
okay. Make me a strength check. Straight up strength, knocking through it.
$17.
17, yeah, straight through. And you see this kind of form. First time you've actually seen the shape, because it's dripping with the running ice.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of make out this kind of form of someone, and the shivering and the hands are quaking. It's like, oh my god, what the hell? Yeah, and I just saw balls starting to fly and move, and then I just left in the barrel and get up to safe from here. I just hold my breath. Wow.
I give the shape a cuddle, warm him up.
Do I see this going on?
Yeah, you're right.
I would take my cloak off and like wrap it round him, and then I'm like, pastries in there, mate. I'm a nice guy.
Oh, so Sario's cuddling him. You put a blanket around him. It's like, this guy's getting all the treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did look after you. They took you home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you treatment. So yeah, it's a nice reciprocal relationship. After some time, there is the shake, the quaking subsides, and they kind of, okay, I think I'm ready to go on now.
Okay.
Where would you like? Do you want me to take you back? Do you want me to take you on?
Where were we going before we got distracted?
We were heading to some white dovey place, weren't we? Wasn't he
You
leading
were
us?
heading to. you were going to, you've been through Lower Cross. And you, oh, he's spoken to you about a place called the Underetch.
Who are we going there then?
Where they'd seen symbols, if you
The
remember.
what symbols?
Hmm.
The under wretch.
Under etch, under ETCH.
Under etch. Oh.
Yeah.
So ask the nobody if he'll carry on taking us to under etch.
Of course. What the hell was that thing? Who's that guy?
Was he pointing at Jackson?
No, he's pointing at the body that's fallen from a roof and is now laying crumpled, and this kind of split in half blue thing that's laying on the floor.
Anybody going to investigate the other guy that
Well,
fell from the roof?
if I can.
Yeah, go.
That's for Erwin.
Cool.
And just quickly.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't mind go.
Go on.
Yeah, sure. Well, since White Glove Guy was found, yay. So I will, do two things. Do I investigate the rooftop assassin? Let's call him that.
Mhm.
I did see if I can't find it identifying features, or if he's carrying darts of a similar design to the ones that I discovered.
Let's have that investigation check.
Okay.
We'll do here.
Yeah.
Then move on to the blue guy, see if I can't find similar identifying features or symbols of the city.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
18 on the investigation.
18 on the investigation. So you are going to find a set of. It's actually the feathering is on crossbow. It's on part of the colouring is on the crossbow bolt,
Interesting. Okay.
so not on darts.
Hmm.
So
But similar, but same, basically from the same organization.
you think
Such-
so? Yeah. You
Guild / organization. Yes.
Yeah, you make the link between that. On the other creature is where you find the dart.
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't know what guild they're from, but they're from the same organization.
Hmm.
So that's not Owen's voice. Sorry. Been a while.
Looks like
Ow.
it's been-
I can tell you one thing. They're from the same organization. The same people.
As you lean down to the blue thing, as it's the last bits of life energy are sort of sapping from it.
Don't you dare say it turns into an octopus.
If it's not quite dead, I've got a dagger in my hand just in case.
No. You see that the face changes. Like it's kind of like when you get that involuntary movement and stuff after it dies, like it spasms, that last bits of electrical energy. It's like that, but with this, it's almost like chameleonic in a way. So the face shifts into like a human face, and then into like an elven face, and then into back into the blue face, and then it kind of settles on this half mismatch. So half the face is like an
It's
orc down
doppelganger?
here.
Do I know anything about doppelgangers? Do they exist?
I was
Uh,
gonna say, it's
Shapeshifter.
He is not a shapeshifter. You have met one. You know one.
I know one what.
You know a doppelganger.
One of these.
Owen's talking
We
about.
met him as the prince.
Dave.
Oh yeah. Dave.
It was before we met Owen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was the
Forgot
other side
about
of the
that.
bridge before we met you on the way.
Are
How
you-
in place, like,
Are you trying to identify what creature this might be?
They're quite. Yeah. What would that be? History or insight or?
Be nature, probably. I think that's the
Nature,
best way we
fair enough.
normally do that for a definition. Or
I was,
I'm probably
I was
intelligent.
going to ask you anyway.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wow, that's a strange looking dog.
What did you get?
Well, I rolled a 1, so not high.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you just look at this
There was
thing,
a-
and
there were-
as it finishes, it's kind of like last thing. It's kind of got like an orc bit down here, a human bit up here. This eye is half changed from like an elven slant to like a bugbear yellow.
Be right back. I can find a corner and throw up.
And Owen comes back after he's cleaned himself, and you are ready for the off
Feeling a little green
to the under
or green.
a different tone of green.
Slightly,
Do you go
weirder
human
shade.
colour?
Slightly weirder shade, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, are you going to the underetch? Are you going to
When
back home to the painted lady?
when I shrink back down, I would like to ask Killian if I can have a look at the glaive
Yeah.
in professional curiosity, if it's got any markings or anything on it, and you know, what sort of racial work is it?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, so you take it and you turn it over in your hand. Can you make a investigation check with advantage?
Ooh.
$17.
It's giant.
Giantish. Does it say anything in it? I am proficient.
No,
in
there's
giantish.
no symbology on it, but it looks old. And it is definitely giant origin.
Ah, to humans, this is a glaive. To a giant, just the thing they pick things out the teeth with. Cocktail stick.
What you use to butter your toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your giant rune, your history of giant runes, and your history with your clan and stuff like that, you'd know this. But it's a giant origin and a form of giant that you're not familiar with.
Because I just keep giggling, and I was like, I'm just gonna let them know why I keep laughing, because that's what I can see.
Okay.
That is what I'm dealing with. So yeah, it just keeps making me laugh every time I see it out of the corner of my eye.
What?
Okay.
It's on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Dropped it. What would you like to do then, my dear party?
Could go into the under itch.
What are you going to do with the dog?
I think we should
Barbecue 'em, no.
we've got blankets of these, won't we? Can we just wrap them up and then when we find a suitable place bury them?
Yeah.
Christian, so you taking them with you to the underet?
There's nowhere to sort of suitably bury them right in the middle of the street, is there?
Not
well,
appropriate
I know
for-
exactly
for
where.
pet cemetery. No.
I know exactly where we should bury them. There's this nice little like evergreen area in a garden somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But has like any kind of normal bustle really sort of happened again, or is everything just
walk out, like opening doors? Now it's kind of subsided, but there is a
Welcome to
fleeing.
modern
As soon as-
Sal.
yeah.
Combat happened. Stopped happening. Back to back to normal.
They moved away, and they've got business to do, and there might be chance of plunder. So there's few people kind of edging closer, having a little.
is there anyone around with a cart?
There would be someone. You're pretty sure there would definitely be someone with a cart down towards Lower Cliff, which is the direction you're headed.
Okay, I'll pick up Big Dog until I can find someone with a cart. I'm to be honest, I can probably carry Big Dog and Little Dog.
I'm like Cradian. Cradian.
You are Cradiant. No matter what, no one anyone else says, you are Cradiant.
You've always been like that. You've always been.
Cradling
Ah.
Little killer, like a little baby. And I'm
Sorry, all I can see is his little leg sticking up. Straight up.
As you're walking,
I've like wrapped him in a blanket that I've dug out my bag as I like
as
swaddled
you're
him up.
walking, Serial, you're quite close. I think probably all of you.
Yeah.
Apart from Killian and Jackson don't,
Why?
because your passive is not good enough. You, Serial and Erwin, you
Okay,
hear Charles talking into his feathers, into like his beak's down, like talking.
You talking to Eggy?
But what's that info? No, not me.
Something's wrong with Charles. Charles is being weird. Charles has been being weird for a while.
He's always been weird.
No, more weird.
Is this to someone or we classify it like,
To the group, because it's loud.
To the group, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm not. I'm kind of sort of speaking in hushed tones to each individual, as opposed to actually letting Charles know that I'm bitching, talking
Okay.
about him.
So you walk away, and who do you say that to? You'd have to do that one-on-one. Who do you say it to first?
I'll talk to Killian because Killian knows Killian, me, and Charles know each other best.
History.
That makes sense. Yeah, of course. So yeah, Killian's doing those. He's always been weird. Sorry, carry on.
Killian, I think there's something wrong with Charles. Charles, for starters, Charles seems to have got a lot more powerful all of a sudden, and he doesn't even understand that why. And now he seems to be talking to something. I think he might be, I don't know, have a voice in his head or be possessed in some way. But it's definitely not the normal Charles we know and love.
Okay. See, I think I know, but
How would Killian be?
yeah, that's I am just laughing because I'm like, I know what's going on, but how would Killian? Because how was it the same? Sorry, they're trying to figure something out. But have you spoken to him?
Well, if he is possessed, then maybe he doesn't realize he is.
I don't think it's possession.
What are your thoughts on it? What's your theory on what's wrong with him?
Magic.
You think he's enchanted in some way?
No. As in Killian terms. Godlike entity? Yeah.
What?
I like that.
Godlike entity.
Oh, so like a spirit's taken him.
No. More godlike creature entity than guiding him. Helping him.
Ah, okay.
What's the other word I'm trying to think of? Not
Are you thinking of the word beginning with P?
Huh?
A patron?
yeah, that one.
What's the word?
Patron.
Like a patron. Okay.
That
After speaking with Killian and sort of pondering this for a little while, I've sort of moved to actually over to Charles. And Charles,
Yeah,
you seem to be different some way. You seem to be stronger, and if you feel something, you feel like maybe oh god, what's his god called? Melora, thank you. Do you feel like Melora's helping you and us in some way?
Fair. I spoke to Erwin just this morning. I have new abilities since we fought the first time on the roofs here in Morden Sound. And while you were fighting and I saw that person bleeding to death, they were dead, Sam. There was no way my magics could save them. But I prayed. And for the first time, something answered me. Someone answered me and brought him back. It was a favor. But what my part in this pact is, I get to discover, but then in the morning I can conjure these.
And then he holds up a hand, and then in the palm you start seeing like small things appearing and disappearing, like illusory shapes. And he conjures the face of the Luxith, and he conjures the face of your previous companion, Gunther, and everybody else.
These faces that can appear in your hand, are they simply just visions of what has been, or can they do something? Are they just?
He says, watch, and he just then makes on your shoulder. On his hand he changes it into something else. Like, so on his palm it turns into a piece of fruit, and then he turns into a bag of coins, a small bag of coins. It looks like a bag of coins.
I can make these last for just a short time, and then they're gone.
But they're just visions. They're not actual things, no.
No, and he passes his hand to it.
Okay. And who are you talking to just now?
I was asking again. I was asking again. I was asking for the lives of these two dogs.
Oh.
They didn't answer.
At this point, Serial sort of puts her head in, a little tear runs down her face.
I know they did us proud, these two. They deserve more than this. Innocent hounds. We brought them into this, and look, I just want to get to the bottom of this. I want to be done with these grimy streets. I didn't imagine it to be like this. Imagine it to be far more, I don't know. The stories you hear of the ice kingdoms, they're much nobler, far greater, far grander, and far, no, just not this.
This is the problem with legends. They quite often don't match the actual reality.
It's always more impressive somewhere else.
I didn't quite imagine it to be, streets paved with gold, etc., and people riding dragons through the sky.
Hey,
But there's a sense of degradation, and the king has spoke of it. Many of the people that we've encountered have spoken of it. We want to root out that evil and make things right again. Maybe the good noble king here can truly achieve a peace.
You said it, boy.
Toby agrees.
Too right, yeah. Hell, can I get a hell yeah?
Stupid dog. Damn dog.
Then I sort of put my hand on Charles's shoulder and I go, let's finish off what we started, Charles. Let's help the king clean up this city. And then at that point, I said, I think we need to move post haste to Under Edge. Is everybody with me?
Oh, are you saying this to the whole party?
Oh, I sort of talk, say the first sentence to Charles, then I sort of turn around and look at the rest of the group. Are we heading off then to Under Edge? I think we need to move on quickly if we're going to help the king clear up this scummy city.
I already thought we were walking and talking because I'm looking for someone with a car.
You're muted, Peter.
Yeah, this is as you're moving. Sorry, Paul.
Yep, cool.
As you're moving along, you're having this conversation with Charles, and
Yeah.
But you suddenly kind of bring it up louder, Serial, and look to your compatriots as you're walking down, getting through gradually getting thicker the traffic down towards the morning markets that travel through Lower Cross, the carts and the odd people like selling actually in the cross, but often it's difficult to trade at the cross because of the amount of traffic and gunk and mud, and it's a slush basically a lot of the time. The ground isn't very firm, and what do you do, party? Do you agree? Do you kind of rally to Serial's call?
I will sulk along with the rest of. Sorry, Karen, I overtalked. Serial?
Yeah, you're trying
I'm just trying to rally the troops basically and get us to hurry up.
Charles would look to you and say, "I agree. Hold on, let's move on."
I sulkily kick a stone and follow on behind, my hands in my pockets.
Are we near?
After just crap talk all over my town? Yeah, sure. Let's carry on this crappy town. No redeeming features whatsoever. Moving on.
Oh, sorry. I sort of look at Erwin and realise I might have offended him. And I sort of shrug my shoulders and go, sorry, but it is a bit crappy right now. It might get better. It probably will get better.
Would you remember days when the king reigned?
Yeah. I remember days when the king didn't reign. You know, what's good in the city as much as there's bad in the city, because it's people and they're good and bad. And we got a lot of people in one place, you get good and bad, concentrated in one place. The king's not going to change this city, just going to make all the shit hide more. Not going to go away. You go to any city, anywhere, any race, you will find bad people because people are people.
True that. I've tried to work for good for a long time. Hence my work over at Hector. And even there where I thought all was good. When I stumbled upon something I shouldn't have seen. That's how I ended up on that boat where I met Killian and Sarah.
No matter what bad things happen, as long as the individuals, us, do good in our hearts, there will be good in the world. Never forget that.
What does your heart tell you then?
My heart tells me I want to show you this good side of this city. I want you to show you the places where people, even now, find solace and happiness, so that you understand that this city is more than just bad people and bad places. Because that's all you've seen. That's all you've known. But the city is huge, really big. And I don't believe in its legends outside the city, but I can see where those legends came from. I know why they happened. And those things haven't gone away with the king. It's just that bad people feel more brazen, so it's more open. Anyway, my head is telling me we're heading to a lot of danger. I don't know much about the dove, apart from they're a drug baron, and they have most people hooked on his elixirs, which means he has a lot of people in his pocket, which means he's got a lot of people who can throw at us, which means we're in a lot of danger. And if he's taken an interest in, I don't know, whatever this Moor is, or more, whatever this Moor is taken an interest in him, if it's a path to power, he's going to take it. He's already dangerous to begin with. This is going to make him much worse. We're heading towards it. So, yeah. And if he's hired assassins, who I have no idea who they are. That worries me. I don't know who they are.
What you suggest, Melvin, that we go and see your joyous place, the places where
later. We have things to do. We have a man we're trying to rescue. We can't just go on a holiday. I think he's going to stay us. I think he's going to stay safe and alive for long. Long enough to get what they want out of the king or someone. You don't just. If he's alive, he's been kept alive for a purpose. They just wanted him got rid of. He'd be dead in the gutter by now.
I agree.
He's a ransom, or he's out of the way for a purpose.
The way I see it, then, is you say this: the dove has a front, as this place.
Oh, he's very real and very dangerous.
Or days, I believe.
You know where he is?
That's a question for the GM. Do I?
You would know about All Days, which is his main front.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that. Fair enough.
Yeah, which is one of the three
Brothels.
I know.
brothel places of ill repute. I use
So we're not doing a pub crawl, we're doing a brothel crawl.
Yeah.
We were.
a brothel creep.
Old days.
Brothers.
This main front.
Yeah,
This is-
you would say that like he's got his fingers in his feathers in many pies.
Yeah.
I'm confused. What's my brain won't work.
No, I just say
So
that.
what's under Etch then? I thought that was where we were going.
Underetch is an area of the city where Hoop is taking you to,
Yeah.
which is a place that was sort of hinted at by Lady Urim, who is the owner of
First brothel.
Painted Lady, the Painted Lady, where you saw your charming performance. They said that they'd seen some of the symbology when you took out the coins,
The more.
the more coins.
Could you ask, have you seen the symbol in the city? And you went, yeah, this place.
Under that.
We get to see it under Etch. Is the All Days brothel in under Etch, or are they different places?
It's actually back there where we came from. It was one of the 3 brothels we were going to visit. We never got there
Mhm.
Oh,
because we have a charming time.
Charlie is then going to continue with his line of thought.
We have this front all days, or we have the lead of under edge.
What do you want? The dove or the moor?
Split the party. No, don't split the party. Don't split the
I'm
party.
not one to make this decision. It's your city.
I have no knowledge of the moor whatsoever.
And you
It's the-
reckon that this Dove guy is gonna like sort of sign up for the Maury people for the power?
If the moor is multi-city, as I assume they are, because you're here, then
Yeah.
and it has that sort of power, yeah, the dove's local and local crime boss. He craves power. If the moor can give him power. Now the question is, well, it's a moot question really, because the dove's the dove and he'll have power anyway. And even if you take out the dove, he'll have one of his lieutenants just take over. And his organization is big enough that it's not one person, it's not a cult of personality. Anyway, if we take out the moor or the influence, if the moor's influence is in the city and we take out that, yay.
But
Good
if
start.
the Dove is linked to the Moor,
Yeah.
If we go and take the Dove and we keep him alive, we might learn more about the Moor.
At the moor.
That's the question, isn't it? Where we're going to find most knowledge. The All Days is a main front. Not guaranteed whether the dove's going to be there. We might find somebody who knows. There's no certainty in any of this. So we go to the Undercroft and we find out about your moor thing. More about the moor. Or we go to the dove.
If only there was some link between the Moor and the
Silence, move on. Or we go to the All Days and hope we can pressure somebody there to talk about the dove. Bearing in mind, he controls people through drugs. They're not going to talk willingly or openly.
Yes, Killian.
Yes, Killian, at the back.
Just a little input.
Brilliant. Is this
Sure.
in character, please?
In character,
Oh, yeah.
Killian's just kind of like
Just a little input.
just stood back watching this discussion going on, and he's just stood there slowly raising one claw, like,
Mhm.
guys.
Like I said, Killian at the back.
Considering we've just had a fight with two people,
Of a guild I don't recognise, which was terrifying.
yeah, I'd rather not go to the person that hired the people to kill us right now, whilst we're
Who hired them?
fair enough. Right. I don't want to go see the white dove person
Okay.
whilst we're still a bit weak and a little bit tired from having to fight these two people. Why don't we go see if we can get information first rather than just kind of jumping headfirst into something?
Question for the GM.
That's me. Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. So, do I know anything about where we're going?
Under it, yeah, you would know that it is gross. This is
Interesting. Term.
it's pushed up right to the west wall.
What's it called again? Under what?
Under under etch. UNDER.
ETCH. Under etch. West wall.
We almost say it like a T, like unter etch, like almost like German
Okay, yeah.
accent in it, kind of thing.
Unter. Unter.
Squatter.
Yeah, you know that this is your area's poor. This is not just poor, but it has become the most
Absolutely
violent
minging.
and poor area of the city. This is where the scum seeps out from. This is where, if there should be increased patrols.
So this is a shanty town, essentially.
Yeah. It's still in these buildings are all like they've got less height. They're not quite as grand, but they're all
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to ask the question in. What's the history behind it? How did it become so bad?
How did it become so devastating?
Yeah,
It-
I mean,
it
was
was
disease,
always
plague
for-
at some point?
It was for rehoming after for a history check.
All right, skills. That's fair history check. That's always fun. Why did you hire me? I'm not a very good guy. I don't know anything about the city I lived in for all my life.
Know more about it than we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, apparently I don't. 16 I got though. This I might know. 16.
You know from being a resident in this connective continent that
Neighborhood.
there have
Oh,
been
wait.
always been great fights, great wars between the two continents that are to the east and the west
Mhm.
of Earth. So Sorthal and Canus have always been at war with each other for resources, for land,
Mhm.
for other reasons. You're not quite sure. It's so ancient history. This is old history.
Mhm.
And what occurs often is that Gregdon, the middle continent, is the staging ground for those fights because they instead of circumventing and then fighting on the seas, they
Gregdon.
come onto the land and they have used
Front line. Basically, it's the front line of all the fights.
Yeah, but this is a whole continent that they kind of amass their forces either side and come to the middle of the continent.
It's what's called contested territory. They both want it essentially, but they're both fighting over it.
They don't really fight over the land here. Like they,
I mean, Gregdon specifically.
Place in the middle.
yeah, it's the
They-
place.
they
in the
both-
middle. It's the place that's not. They want each other's resources. Gregdon is not. Is only farmland basically. Gregdon doesn't have. It has certain resources and things like that, but it's
That's
more.
going to pose another question from me. I do apologize for this. I
That's
know
okay.
it's a pain in the ass. I know everyone wants to keep going, but this is
No.
I'm new to this world.
Mhm.
Is there some sort of ancient? I just want to understand it. Gregdon, this continent-sized area, and I'm not sure how big
Mhm.
all continents are, but
Yeah.
continent-sized area. Is it Is it like sandwiched between the two countries? So it's literally a boundary. So you'd have to take it to go on. So you'd need it like a
So
staging
there
area.
is,
Or have they decided like we're going to fight over here for no reason?
it is sandwiched between. So Gregdon sits in the centre.
Yep.
There are up to the northeast. Sorthal kind of wraps around it like in an upside down L shape.
Yeah.
Canus runs down its other side. So the most convenient way to each other is across this middle ground. It's like the piggy.
I mean, is there physical barriers stopping people just going around Gregdon?
only sea, only by sea.
There's physical barriers.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
otherwise it wouldn't be convenient to go across the entire country if you could just go that way.
You, to go round would be a large detour basically. So what's happened is that they would come, like someone would start staging onto Gregdon and then someone would start staging from Canus and they would, then someone would try and get like political allies on Gregdon and they would fight in this central continent. Now you know that the central continent in the when there have been evacuees and from war, they would be trying to be kind of siphoned out north and south. North
get out of the way.
Yeah, to get them out of the way, they would run to escape into the forests of Gargamel, where Serial Blagon Delanel was from, and also to the south by the bridge that connects you Southgate, Morning South, and Frohouse. Okay.
Well, you've got to understand that when Gregdon itself has always been under conflict, refugees in Gregdon have to go somewhere where their villages are burned and their crops are destroyed, and when the two great continents trample that land underfoot, the refugees get out of the way. Some head towards the northern forests, the elven forests. I'm not sure how that goes. I'm not sure. You probably, Sariel could probably tell me better how refugees are treated there. But those not suited to the ice wastes end up in modern Sal, and more often than not, they don't have anything, so they get put in a part of the city that welcomes them.
You would know that this
The
is,
Underetch is a refugee camp, essentially,
you would know that this is also
centuries old.
indeed, and the last fights are long old. Like there's been a kind of unspoken peace for a long time. What you're talking about here, these fights, ancient, really quite a long time ago on Dregden. What did you roll on that history check?
16.
Okay, yeah, that's about what you know. Like it's so old, and that you know that a war hasn't been fought on Gregden in
Okay, then why are the refugees still here?
built at that time.
All right.
Degradation, inhabitation, not, no, it was okay and it was suitable, and then as the kind of generations of people came in and had children and started making their way back if they could get across the ice bridge, then it wasn't as bad, but now like that kind of low income, taken care of, but always, you know, when you're on the edge, you would always try and do anything to feed your family, that kind of stuff. So impoverished probably thing would be the thing. So not kind of making it that all criminals are all refugees are criminals kind of thing.
No,
in that
actually most impoverished people aren't criminals.
Yeah, it's a kind it's a
It's a
kind
misnomer.
of fighting for your right to live, that kind of stuff. But a lot of people have taken advantage of that, such as the Dove and other people before.
Are you seeing that on yours? Did John just glitch on yours?
John just flipped it a little bit.
Yeah, my camera's playing up. I can't do anything about it.
Oh no, I didn't know if it was actually.
I know it's been doing it.
happening
It's
or
been
if
doing it
was
the
on
whole
my-
time. Been doing it the
Yeah.
whole time.
But I didn't know if it was actually happening or if it was just on my computer.
I'm seeing flickers with Killian's and flickers with John's.
I think that's just that camera's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this area of the city is slums, like originally refugee, but have become.
Okay, I'll retract it. Let's go. It's poor. There's no real history apparently. It's poor.
Odd, because like the more people that we've come across have actually been like, there was the priest in East Haven, and there was even the fish person was the sort of the priest of their population. They seem to be more powerful and leading sort of roles in their areas.
So like they're so they're targeting the people that have got the most influence in that area. So
that we've come across so far, yeah,
that makes sense.
But yeah, but this is why it makes sense with the Dove as well, because Dove's got influence in the same way a priest has the influence in the places we've been previously. The Dove's got influence over quite a large group of people within this city.
If you
So
want to
the
steal
more,
a sheep, if you want to steal a sheep, you take out the shepherd.
yeah. So the more seems to be targeting each shepherd, whether it be a drug baron or a priest, essentially.
but if we follow the Mori symbols that are in this poor area, we're going to get sort of lackeys. We want to talk to the guy in charge.
But the guy, I think we need to Yeah, we need to talk to the guy in charge, but we also need to get a better understanding of who we're dealing with before we speak to the guy in charge. Hence
Mhm.
why we need to go to Under Edge first, get some more information about the dove and his connection to the moor, and then we'll be better armed to defeat him once we find him.
I'm just thinking the longer we're not sort of knocking him on the head, if he's the one that's sending out these assassins, then he's just going to send more assassins.
I have got a friend of mine who's looking into finding out who these assassins are. As soon as, but I can't run off and leave you people and find out. Why don't I do that? I've got a witch watch. A sundial.
Giant sundial on your wrist.
Only problem with sundials is, it's 3 o'clock. 2:15. Changing.
I've travelled through time.
Talking of time.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's have a vote. Who votes from the party that we should go to Under Edge, and who votes from the party that we should go to All Days?
Okay, Under Edge.
Bird bloke.
So where are we going? Bird bloke or under edge?
Well, it doesn't matter because it's 3-2, even if Charlie goes Under Edge. Unless hand guy goes, actually I don't want to go there, and then it's 3-3 and it's a draw.
Under edge. So, when you said under edge.
Yep.
Sarah said
Under Edge.
okay. Matt, you said
Okay.
yeah, so that's 2-1. You?
I love how you pointed at the screen, like I can see who you're pointing at.
you.
Me.
Yeah.
Under Edge.
Under edge. Okay, 3-1. Okay, so under edge, you go. Okay. Shall we have a break before we do that? Get tea, coffee?
Yes, I'm going to change out the
Camera thing.
cable on my camera. See about that.
Okay, no trouble.
Right.
All right, I'm going to not bother pausing, so chat among yourselves. Get
Right,
tea,
second.
coffees. Oh, Lou, you sound really poorly though.
I'm good.
Welcome back, Fragments. Yes, on your way through the streets into the mashy, mulchy, goopy gloop. That is the crossway of Lower Cross. Anybody doing anything as we're proceeding, please. inform
I'm
the
still looking for
officers.
a wagon or a wagon keeper or a hand wagon or something.
Yep, there are several
With the
around.
barrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anybody on roofs, looking out of
Voice episode.
So yes, I'm going to go up to someone. I mean, ideally with some space in their wheelbarrow or hand cart or whatever it is. You, what are you doing at the moment?
I'm taking these canned goods to down here. I've got delivery to make.
So you do deliveries, yeah?
I do deliveries, yeah.
Great. Okay, I'm going to put Big Dog in the back of his cart.
Oh,
And I'm going to reach into my pouch and I'll pull out, I don't know, 7 gold, because that's gives me a nice round number. Take this dog and the little one up to the castle, and when you see the guys on the gate, say that Jackson sent them, and can they keep them like safe for me until I get back?
he takes each gold, his eyes wide, and bites them each in turn to check each one. There's 7 gold. Hey, yeah, of course. Anything else I can do for you?
No,
7 gold. Wait. These aren't undead, are they?
no, they're just dead.
They're not going to explode?
No, we're going to bury them.
You're not smuggling anything in it?
No,
They're not demons sleeping.
no, they're dead dog. That was little killer, and this one's big killer, or was big killer.
And they realise he's been doing dogs and cats. Very well. All right. Should I let you know that they're safe?
Well, you let them up at the castle. If you see the guy that's guards, they know who I am, and they can keep them safe for me. And if not, I'll come and find you, or if not, she will. And I'm going to point at Serial because she's got magic orbs that sort of find people.
Mm-hmm. And Sarah, do you look upon this fellow and fix him in your mind?
Yeah.
So Sarah just glares
It's,
at him
like halfling, blonde hair.
Half-flame blonde hair. Right.
Kind of pudgy a little bit.
Can I do
What?
a quick perception on whether I think this halfling is going to be responsible to do what we want him to do, rather than just
Insight.
No.
check is what you would be
insight?
doing.
Yeah, that one.
To kind of just see if this guy's trustworthy with what
Yeah.
he said. That's it.
Kimberly.
No.
I will sidle up to this fine halfling and just kind of bend his head down so I can whisper in his ear. Just tell the guards that it was Master Jackson sent you. Is his name Jackson? That one.
13.
This chap seems honest enough. He says, all right, I'll be on my way. And a strength that belies the form lifts up this dragging barrow and wheels the cans of the two dogs in the direction of the castle. What was your percepzione?
Check it out.
I can't tell you.
Just
Wow, 20. Okay.
So it's a 21.
You would see, you would notice several things. You would notice that the weather was turning.
Mm-hmm.
White billowing clouds starting to form in the sky.
Uh-oh.
Like snow clouds or
Like snow clouds. You might have seen these as snow clouds. You would also notice that as you look across the way, you think you see someone who's watching you guys.
Who? What do they look like?
They are leant against a wall, and they are desperately trying not to be obvious. And in this place, it is quite easy to go unseen. They are thin, pale, greyish blue skin, standing leant against the wall, cloak pulled about them, looks quite like a comfy attire. Doesn't look military or anything like that.
Okay. What if I approach them?
Okay. Is that what you do? Do you veer off from where you're being led by Rook?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to kind of get Erwin's attention first.
Okay.
So then he can kind of see me heading off and see where I'm heading to, rather than just
Please tell
wandering
me how you do this. Tell me in character. You're walking along, busy side street, guy side eyeing you over the way there, and you're trying to get the attention of him.
Where is Erwin when we're walking?
Owen has just approached this fellow, just kind of walking back to the main flow of the party, encourages to move forwards. I was going to say probably Roop at the front, and then Serial. I don't know the running order. You tell me where you are.
I think I'm going to be towards the front because I was trying to chivvy everybody along.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right. And Jackson Owen coming back to the main kind of group there.
Where's Charlie?
Charlie is at the back.
Okay.
Charlie is being aloof at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So
He's being aloof. Good.
and a leaf. Okay, so
So I had to try describing that Aracocra blush.
so I kind of how would Jackson do it?
How Jackson do it?
How would
Jackson would
Killian-
wallop him probably. Go, hey, it's a guy over there looking at us.
Yeah. Oi.
So
Yeah,
Jackson-
come here.
No.
Oh, come on, you're a warlock. Eldritch blast his kneecaps. You know how it works. That's how you answer it.
You
Who's
know.
that? You. Ah.
This is you trying to be subtle. I love
I
it. Come on. Let's have
I
some
would-
subtlety. Killian
Well,
Lord.
At this point, we walk past Kid and just still he stands there and goes,
yes. I would. So I would. I'm gonna kind of hint at
Tell me how you do it.
Erwin. Oh
Exactly.
God. Okay.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna have to teach you thieves' count so you can do this easily.
So I would. Gonna go.
Like a horse.
No, you
That
know
will get my attention.
yeah. It's just like
Very good, Killian. That's a marvellous horse impression.
There's a
No,
blast of cold air from behind. Everyone sort of thinks they're getting colder again.
I'm on my ass instantly, flat as a pancake.
no, you know when you just kind of go.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah, like a big
Yeah.
sigh. Okay.
That's what I meant to do.
Yeah, not
That was dragon side.
Dragonborn face would be
Yeah,
more.
to be honest,
than
you're-
sure.
Yeah, your nozzle, you've got a muzzle, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Um.
You hear when you hear a large sigh from the hefty dragonborn beside you.
I look up because
It's like weird.
weird noise. Yeah.
And I just gotta go.
I roll my eyes and then basically give the place a side eye. Yeah, I
now
am subtle.
Now your attention has been drawn to it. There is someone standing on at the wall there.
So I kind of start slowly approaching them,
Okay.
but not making it obvious that I'm approaching them.
Okay. So
You're going to do
you
it
wanna
stealthily.
stealthily, or no? You're deceiving them. You're trying
Yeah.
to make a deception, please.
Okay.
I'll let you make it with. Are you following her? Then?
To be pretty honest, it's like it's more like judging him on his style and panache at this point. It's like I know what he's going to try and do because he's basically telegraphing everything with his eyes. It's like, okay, fair enough, that's subtle. Carry on, let's see what happens now. But I'm
Okay.
tensing. I am tensing just in case I am required to chase after this person.
Mm-hmm.
So it did say deception.
Yes, please.
Charisma deception.
I was an 18.
18.
Nice.
You somehow walk at an angle that isn't. They kind of like they're looking down at this point, and you've moved so subtly that they haven't picked up on it, and you get within 15 feet
Okay.
before
Eldritch Blast.
you are like lightly. You're coming up to that 15-foot mark, like away
Oh,
from them.
You can't really be subtle at this point because at this
Yeah,
point you're
you're
going to run
getting
into them.
beyond the state of they won't notice you because you're like "Do-do-do, do-do-do."
You're not walking down a busy street next to them. You are walking towards an alleyway, and they're the only occupant.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay. Is it wrong to hit them with a spell? Aim it
yes.
at their feet.
You can attempt to to directly target a part of someone to disable them. It just makes their AC higher or like harder to hit that specific part is normally normal, isn't you?
Unless it's inanimate, which just will hit the ground, it's just a 10, just as long as you hit the target.
Okay.
Are you trying to scare them or are you trying to disable them?
Well, this thing, Ray of Frost, makes their speed reduced by 10 feet.
Oh, this is a nice idea. So if they try and run, you're gonna slow them.
I'm going to slow them down, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a very, very
Or-
good idea.
You could kill the average person.
Yeah, you could
You
Mullerize
what?
them.
I could what?
You
No,
can
no.
mutilate them.
You could turn them into a block of ice. Cone of cold. Was it most people have like
The
1d8?
average person has
I know.
4 hit points.
Yeah,
Four.
Like Big Dog.
yeah, yours isn't kind of cold.
I know, it's true.
Yeah. How would I?
Think as Killian, just put yourself there. Don't think too
That's
much.
the
Be
thing, that's
Killian.
what Killian would do.
Okay, Killian does that then. What do you think then?
Okay. There's a 15 hit.
It does, just on. Okay. So you walk within 15 feet and then you and last it. So what happens? And I'll tell you what happens.
So do I have to?
Roll your damage, please. Yeah.
Roll low.
4.
4.
Oh,
Um.
they may be alive.
Yeah. This blast hits them and they begin to run.
But they're slowed by 10
Yeah.
feet.
So they move 30 feet and it's kind of see the ice forming up around them. They run 30 feet and then all of a sudden you are enveloped in darkness.
Okay.
So as soon as they start running, I start chasing.
Yeah. So what happens in that split second? They turn, they run. You've moved that was your movement to move up.
Yeah.
You cast your spell.
Yeah.
They've had their action, and if everyone wants to roll for initiative, we can do it. Just to
I
get
will
some-
be, as I was trying to be ready for it. Why do I even bother rolling dice? I really don't mind.
Well,
Thank
so-
you.
Oh, sorry. Right, loads of sounds happen. Killian, please.
20.
Okay. Matt, Jack.
15.
Okay. Sarah.
20.
Oh, higher dex is, I think, you, Sarah, in that case.
Yeah.
Dex for Sarah is
Have I still got my fairy? My bird?
No.
Long gone.
On
Long gone.
11. 11, yeah. Okay.
I thought I had the bird for an hour.
Owen?
11.
11. Okay.
Sarah saying she thought she had the bird for an hour.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think it's only a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's your summon Fae. That's different.
Oh, okay.
Your you you did healing spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's concentration up to a minute.
Oh, it's a minute. Okay, it's gone. Okay, no problem.
Third
If the other thing you can do with that one though, Lou, is if you cast it with a higher spell slot, it does 2d6 or 3d6 or whatever as you go up. So because it's a second level spell, you could make it more powerful.
I think I cast it as a. I think I cast it as a 3rd level spell.
I don't know.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Well, we didn't roll it as a 3rd level spell.
Oh, you rolled it.
It's Sarah. Sorry, Sarah, what would you like to do? You just see kind of to the side, you would hear the magic that this kind of crackling ice sound as Killian casts a spell. And then you turn round and you see this character begin to charge away and then just over their shoulder and there's a sphere of blackness around Killian, where Killian was. 30
Um,
foot in diameter.
Right, so from where, say I'm in the centre, it's 15 that way.
15 all round. Yeah.
Cool.
how far is Killian from the creature?
But from the creature, they were 15, 45 foot.
But would you be able to see that because of the darkness?
Probably not. Well, maybe in that split second that she looked up, she might quickly see it and then different.
I'm just wondering whether to do a moonbeam on the creature, but the moonbeam is a 40-foot cylinder, so that should create some light for Killian.
You need to be able to see the creature, I think, on that one.
When a creature enters the spell area for the first time.
No, it is just an area, so you don't even have to see it. A silver beam pierces down the 5 foot, centered on a point within range.
Okay, where would you like to stand at this point?
So it is engulfed in a ghostly frame that causes serious. So I've for that split second we saw it run away.
Mhm.
I'm basically creating the cylinder of moonbeam just where I think it's about to run to.
Okay, that's where you'd like to center it on, yeah?
Yeah.
5 foot radius, 40 foot high. Okay, so you're hoping they're going to run into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I get that, yeah, okay.
And because it's a 5 foot radius, and they're basically on the hoof.
Yeah.
So
you're hoping
hopefully,
to run
as
into
the moonbeam appears, they're literally gonna be right in it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast it. What do
Yeah.
I've got to roll a saving throw, do
It's at the start of their turn. It's a con save when they start their turn.
Yeah, okay, cool, no problem.
When's the creature's turn?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Killian.
Me?
Oh, hang on, no. Did it hit? Because it's actually when a creature enters it for the first time or at the start of its turn.
Yeah. So did it get it?
Oh, no, sorry. On the start of its, yeah. No, you could hit it twice, Lou.
Yeah. When a creature enters the spell area the first time or on the start of its turn. So
You
twice.
said you're going to cast it where it was running to. You mean you're going to cast it on it where you saw it, or are you going to cast it?
Well,
Wait a
it's
minute.
the creature's moving, so
Yeah, but we're in turn based, aren't we? Because it
Yeah,
doesn't
return
move
based. Like,
until
at
its
this
turn.
very second, this millisecond, you can put it on it.
So if you put it on it, it will take damage, it will start its turn, take more damage, and then it will run out of it.
okay, then put it on it then.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so give me that damage roll.
So it must make its Constitution saving throw of con 14.
Oh, it did. Yeah, it did.
So it still takes half damage.
It still takes half day. So it's 2d10. That's the wrong one. No. Oh, that's shit. 2.
Okay.
And it takes half.
No, half. That half. 2 is half. I got 4.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, cool.
Now me.
Unless you've got bonus action. Sorry, Sarah Gladwell.
Oh, God. And ignore that.
I know.
And I am going to do a
You cast spell on that, so
half a spell. I could do a cantrip, can't I?
no,
It's a bonus action cantrip.
yeah, it's a bonus action time.
Can I do produce flame?
No.
No. The action.
It's a cantrip.
Yes, but it has to be a bonus
Casting
action.
time
can't
is
it?
one action.
Bonus action. Bonus action. What are my bonus actions? Matt, where do I find my bonus actions?
I don't think you've got any that you can use realistically other than your healing,
And your healing one, your Balm of the Summer Court.
if you've got any of them left. I don't know how many you've got.
I think I've got some of those left.
You've had a
So
long
you've
rest.
got Hunter's Mark. No, that's a spell. So that's not. So your 3 bonus actions you've got are Misty Step, Healer's Spirit, and Hunter's Mark. They're all spells. You can't cast any of them. You can use Balm of the Summer Court, and you can move.
Move up, get closer.
Or further. You can always move somewhere else.
Run away.
I'm gonna use
Away.
Balm of Summer Court, and I'm gonna top myself up again because I was really poorly.
Okay.
Good one. Yep.
That's
So I
it.
use one of those.
I did like that. I cast a thing and then realised, well, I'm still a bit sore. Heal. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a me. I need the juice. Okay. As you've done
How
that,
does I do Balm of Summer Court again? I can't remember.
Decide how many dice you're going to use out of your D6s, which you can use up to 3 at a time. And yeah, you gain however many you rolled on the D6s plus 1 temporary hit point per dice spent.
Okay, I'm gonna use just one Balm of Summer Court.
So roll
1
one,
D6.
and tick that off on your sheet. Roll 1d6.
3.
and- so you get 3 healing and 1 temporary hit point.
now it is your go, Killian Norm. You are subsumed in a blob of black.
Oh, she hasn't moved yet.
Unless you're moving, sorry.
And I'm gonna move closer to it. How far am I away from it at the moment?
Up there.
Big
Probably
blob of
about
darkness.
45 from the blob of darkness. 40.
I'm gonna move 15. So I'm
Mhm.
30 foot away.
Mhm. And then there's this kind of dark, like black that you cannot see through in front, just off in front of you.
Yeah.
Kills.
Yeah.
Your turn. You're surrounded by darkness. You cannot see through.
My brain is saying just keep running in the one direction.
Mhm.
But if I run with the darkness following me,
Dunno.
I'm
That's
going to
true.
run in one direction, in
Okay,
the direction that I'm going in.
Okay. When you say run, are you taking the dash action or are you just making a normal movement?
Normal movement.
Okay. Dark.
What, 30 feet?
Is-
So it's following me.
dark.
Charger.
It's either following you or it's really long. It's a dark alleyway.
I've cast Worm of Darkness on you.
It's a dark room.
Right,
Can't you
so
see?
A rim. A big old rim on you. Dark rim.
I am going to move them. But the only thing about this, it doesn't always scroll.
Mm-hmm. Worm of Darkness. Just to let you know, Jax, you are up next.
Okay, so I am going to do
What you gonna do?
Oops.
and see the other thing killing you do is just stupid.
What will you do?
So I can move and then I can do an action as well, can't
Yes.
Yeah.
of course. So you've moved 30 feet. You're trying to move up to this individual. They're still 15 foot off from you. What would they do? Do what Killian would do then. What would Kill do?
He would try and cast a spell that would make light to make him see.
Can you do that?
The only one he's got is fireball. I don't want to cast fireball.
I think you have the wording of the spell say a target you can see.
A creature or object within range.
Yeah, you had a motor fire at a creature or object within range.
Would they know it was within range? If they're in dark.
He would just cast it, because he just wants to see.
Okay.
And he's like, well, fire makes light, light and darkness
Oh,
makes
good
see.
God, no, then just don't fire it straight down. I know where the floor is. Boom!
So yeah, it's a ranged attack, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna make it with disadvantage.
Go back in a minute. I just got to get more tissues.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to see this. I want to see this nat one.
Where she
Please
shoots aerial.
don't. Or me. It's going to be me. It'll ricochet off the floor straight into my face.
11. No.
But I'm not casting it at him.
Okay. You're just casting it for the sake of it.
Yeah, trying to see if I can see.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Now here's the question, Jam, for Killian. Well, he's not the dumbest creature in the world. Does the fireball leave his hands and then can he see it disappear into the darkness, or does it literally go, oh, for a brief second, finding nothing? You know?
As soon as it leaves your hand, pretty much.
Oh god, that's some serious magical darkness. I think. It's like fireball. Oh.
Yeah, it's fire.
Bolt.
Firebolt.
Cantrip.
Yeah.
A lump of fire leaves his hand and instantly disappears into the gloop.
Mhm.
That's a little worrying.
Okay.
It's not like, orb of light, but you can't see, doesn't see any reflections. It's just gone.
Yeah. Imagine how scary that is.
Yes,
firing
yeah,
it
that should be
in half.
terrifying. That's like literally firing something into oil. Gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
It's like that
Ooh.
substance, I imagine it almost like in Studio Ghibli where you get that black tar stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of stuff.
Don't like the sound of that.
No, but it's completely walk throughable. It has no mass either. So.
Okay.
That's somehow worse.
I've moved. I've taken my
Just somehow
action.
worse.
Bonus action. If you go on bonus action, you could hit. You can see it.
Although there's poor washerwoman just outside the darkness is wondering why there's a hole in her new knitting she's been holding up. The hell? Blanket with a hole in it.
Yeah, no.
Kind of.
No.
Fine. Jax, it's you, and then
Everybody else.
So just so
no, hold on, no, sorry, I got it wrong. No, then it's it'll be you, Owen. After Jax.
So it's Jack, then Owen.
Yeah, Jax and Owen.
Yeah.
So Jax, and then me, and then Owen.
Yes, I'm last.
So my
Yeah.
question, logistics and understanding the situation. We are in a main street.
Yeah, you were in the center of
Killian
it.
has wandered off to an alleyway.
Yeah, like one of the exits to the cross.
There is a blob of darkness beyond it. So Killian we can't see. Serial standing somewhere near a blob of darkness into this alleyway.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a big tower of light poking off the other side of it.
Indeed, there is. Yeah.
So what I would like to do
What a
is
vision.
look up and down, basically to the left and right of the alleyway with the dark blob in,
Mm-hmm.
to see if I can see another alleyway.
Yeah, there's one available.
And whichever is closer, so left or right, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to run to an alleyway that will run parallel to it to try and cut it off
You're hoping that the alleyways will connect somewhere else.
Mhm.
Well, if it's a row of buildings and there's an alleyway going that way, an alleyway going that way, yes.
Mm,
But I
yeah.
also have a big 40-foot column of light to use as a target aim to try and get back to the right place.
You run down your alleyway straight into a cul-de-sac. Oh shit!
Down the alley, so you're taking your dash.
So I will dash. I will yes, double move. So 60
You're,
feet.
you're going to save it in, you're not going to do any bonus action at this point?
Not at this point, no. I don't know what's going on, so I don't really see, if I can get to it a different route, I will, and then we'll worry about it when we can see it.
Okay.
So if it's your guy, he gets to do his save for blue spell again.
No, it's Charles first.
Oh, okay.
Charlie has quite a interesting solution for this. Charlie
Dispel magic.
take to the wing.
He's got flight.
So, wings come out, a couple of flaps, and above your head, Charles soars towards the blackness. What's his fly speed? I don't know if we can get an angle on him. Let me see if we can get an angle.
For an Aarakocra?
Yeah. So
He's
he
a
flies
bastard,
up.
bugger.
Yeah. But he's slow on land. He's only got a 25 land speed.
Yeah. So up, and I can kind of see over the blob to see where this individual is. And as he takes off, and he says, he would shout to Serial, because Serial was been kind of having a conflab with him. He said,
Serial, do you want me to maybe not kill this one?
We need to capture him in some way and get some information. Is it possible? Do you think it's possible for us to track him in some way?
What, let them run?
Sorry.
Let them run?
Ah,
Scare them and let them run, you mean, then track them that way?
oh, I see. So you would follow above as and we would follow.
Well, either that or we make them think that they got away, and Jax is quite good at tracking.
Oh, I thought you were going to follow from above while we stop and make it think like it's lost
this
us.
is a long conversation. The guy's
Yes.
starting to run. Too long a conversation. Charles will just he will
Charles, follow it.
he'll double move. Yeah, so he'll double move. Yeah. Up and above, kind of circling round your moonbeam, staying well out of the radius of it.
It's only 60 feet, so you can fly over a bit easy.
Fails on the con save.
Damage.
So roll your damage,
Please,
Lou.
on your moonbeam.
Your 2d10.
2d10.
Oh, so the thing's running to my boom beam.
No, he's still in it.
It has to take it at the beginning of its turn as well.
Starts his turn with it.
It's painful. It's like fearing moon burn.
Hang on, I've got
And I love
app issues. I'm gonna have to close the app a minute. Hang on.
Ah,
Did he not turn into something different? So that means he's not a blue person. It forces him to revert to a natural form if he's not in his natural form.
polymorph.
oh yeah, you think it's yeah.
No, I don't. I think he's a relative of Fulf in some way, shape, or form.
He might just be a local.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey,
I just
Charles bellows out
He's down!
as your moonbeam sears this thing
Is the darkness gone yet?
No, it's 10 minutes. Does it dispel when the castle's gone?
It's
Concentration.
concentration, I think, for darkness.
Or is it just there?
I'm pretty sure it's a concentration.
Darkness, duration, 10 minutes.
Oh, so darkness is still there and hasn't gone down.
So yeah, there's this blob of darkness.
Yeah, but it's concentration.
Is it
So he's
just-
lost concentration. Yes, concentration. Like, it can last for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, concentration. I didn't see the C. Yeah, so yeah, blackness is gone from around you.
When you see Killian, he's just sat in the middle of the floor like a sulky little kid. Like,
I just have visions of Killian being like this far away from a wall, and there's a singe bar.
Yeah, just like score. There's a lady like holding. No, it's the thing where Erwin is like with a lady with a tea towel. Like,
Just open the door to like shake out a tea towel. Like, "Woof."
and she was obviously subsumed in the darkness. The darkness vanishes, and there's just a burning tea towel.
and Killian sat on the floor like,
Yeah. I've got plenty more. And she goes inside, and you hear bombs.
Ah.
At the point where the darkness is disappeared, and I see the if I went into my own moonbeam, will I get hurt?
you will.
Yeah.
You
Do I,
just concentrating on it.
You can just stop it.
Turn it off.
so I can turn it off and then go and basically.
Yeah.
I want to go in and basically sit on the
Dead body.
character,
Mm-hmm.
so it can't get away. So it's hurt, but it's not down.
No, it's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
As you sit upon it,
You might be able to like sort of save it if you try and heal it now. Maybe.
Right now. This be your next turn.
Like in your action now, you might be able to keep it alive just. But yeah.
It does
So I
actually
have
raise
to
it.
use one of my healing things to do that. Yeah.
Yes.
But you could still stop concentrating, move in, sit on it, and do that all in the action.
yeah, you can get that done in one thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do a level 2 cure wounds.
I would just do level 1 because you're just trying to save someone you've just been trying to.
Oh, okay. Level 1 cure wounds.
I love the fact that this is just someone that was looking at us funny, and all it was is I'm always going to guarantee this dark elf was like, oh, they're cute at one of us.
Was that dark elf? I didn't hear it was dark elf. I just,
Yeah.
Was it drow?
Okay. So I've cured it by 10.
I didn't hear the actual race.
There's a
Didn't
kind of
say it.
splutter in there on the last
got it
edge, and there's an elf sitting on their chest. They're like, and their skin singed by this white beam of moon that has been blasting down on it.
And then I go to it. Well, I've spared you for now. Who are you, and why were you following us?
They spit a mouthful of blood in your face.
Oh, that's nice.
but she doesn't know that they were following us.
Say what she wants. She can say whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Mm.
They say, "So following you." No, they didn't spit the blood.
Spit blood. And I could take, and I can just as easily take your life away again, if you prefer.
Their eyes begin to roll in their head.
Oh dear.
Are they possessed? Can I do an insight or perception? Find out whether they're
You
or on
just,
a card.
you just think they're on their last leg.
Oh.
Gonna have to be inventive here. What would scare someone on their deathbed?
What would scare them?
Death.
You think-
Indeed.
You think you're suffering now, I know people that the more have taken hold of their minds and taken them to an even darker place than you could even imagine.
At that, their eyes open, you see. The more offers a release.
And how do you know that?
See.
When?
When? Daily.
How? So I sort of probe them by asking them questions of exactly how they've seen the more released people.
They kind of climb up from that.
Can I intervene?
Yes, you may. You can walk up, thump up, sit down, sit on them.
Dragon first.
Okay. So, what would you tell them what you do to create this dragon fear?
I can extend the use of my dragon weapon trait to roar, forcing each creature of my choice that can hear or see me within 30 feet to make a wisdom saving throw.
Bloody other cat.
On a failure, the target becomes frightened of me for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
The condition frightened only makes them sort of move away. I would probably, they're on the deathbed. Why is that going to scare them? They're already
Because they piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of an intimidation thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or I could literally just storm over to them and be very keen.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's an intimidation role is probably more over.
Mhm. 25.
25. So they are intimidated by that, by your kind of climbing over, you pump yourself up.
After throwing a strop on the floor because I couldn't get out the darkness.
They say every day the dove gives people release.
I take the coin out of my pocket. Well, that's wrapped up.
Yeah.
And I unwrap it and just kind of put it near his eyes.
Are you holding the chain or the thing?
Oh, it's on a chain.
Yes, it is on the neck.
By the chain.
Sarah, you see a coin being dangled above this individual's face with a picture of a dove and a moor on the other side.
Oh, is it like through the middle of the coin?
No, it's like the coin is embossed on the side with the moor.
Yeah, I'm like holding it.
Oh, there's a peach on the top. No, there's just a hole on the top. It's pierced at the top.
Like that.
Yeah.
Is how I'm holding it.
Yeah, so it's going down like this. Boom.
No. It is like this.
Okay, against your fist. Okay.
Against my fist.
Which side are you showing it?
The white dove.
The white dove. Okay. So you see that Killian is holding a coin with a white dove in it.
And I say, do you recognize us?
Of course I do.
Okay. Do you know whose this was?
You know, lots of people have got that.
Yeah, we killed him. Why is this even a thing?
Because some powerful allies. Sputum. His name.
Has this guy got any?
This guy got his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
Like how much is a bit?
Enough to grab if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
I just want to kind of hike him out from under cereal and just gonna go shoot.
Okay.
So he's actually like at my head height.
Yeah, but, like literally, like as you move him, like the wounds burning.
Good. I want him to feel pain.
Yeah.
Right? My dog's died today. I've had 2 people attack me, and then this guy threw me in like complete darkness. I am pissed off.
I get you.
So I'm like, no.
Yeah, I get you. I'm with you.
At which point I'm just like,
Tell me what you do. What you do with this half dead.
I'm just holding him there. And at which point I'm just like, Jax.
Does my alleyway link up along a back street to this
Some way
alleyway?
you see, you look towards where you thought Jax was, and Jax's voice answers from the other end of the street. Yeah.
I'm just like, right, okay.
Yeah, there was a cut through.
And I give the, not to touch the coin,
Yeah.
but it's kind of, I give Jack the chain with the coin on
Okay.
and say the last guy had this.
Okay.
Okay.
Jax, you
Maybe we
now.
can rummage in this guy's pockets, see if he's got something similar. You're holding him, Killian. Why don't you just kind of, yeah, rummage in his pockets?
Would you like to do that?
So he literally is sort of dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got very little bit of breath left. You think this might be the last couple of questions you ask?
Killian, are you going to rummage in his pockets?
No.
Okay.
Not right now, anyway. When he's gone, yeah.
Anyone going to ask a question? This guy's
Is
trying
there
to-
more altar under the old days brothel?
Is the more altar under the all days brothel? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Basically, we've seen some sort of altar-y sacrificial place for each one of these things we've come across, and they all seem to be buried underneath somewhere. So my guess is all days.
You'll never fight. You'll never fight. Too many twists in those.
What? Sorry.
Too many twists in those tunnels.
I'm just stood there like, that sounds like a challenge. Does that sound like a challenge to you? Sounds like a challenge to me. And it's really angry me.
And as you look back, he's gone.
Okay. Now he's gone.
Mhm.
Now I'll rummage his pockets. No,
Okay.
You didn't want to think you were robbing him while he was still alive.
No, I didn't want to distract him from answering the questions.
Mhm.
That's why I was like, no, not for now.
Okay. Yeah, you go through. Make that investigation check.
Erwin, do you know any tunnels under the brothel?
Oh,
Do I know any tunnels under the brothel? That's a good question. I don't know.
Brothel. It would kind of link back to what you know of the sewage systems again. That you
Which
know.
is huge and vast, apparently.
Yeah, there is much underneath that you know of. You have not indulged in. It's you've always been that little bit as high as you might be in the kind of societal ladder. You are
I'm
that
not
little-
actually. That's kind of the point. I'm a local hero. It's kind of the point. I'm a commoner. That's
Yeah,
where the
but
commoner hero is from.
Maybe you haven't had to take refuge within them. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
But you know that there are some people that they're big enough.
My
to-
biggest question then will have to be, I don't know, fantastic. Are there guilds, packs, gangs, urchin groups, Fagans that deal with that sort of thing? Rat catchers? Is there somebody I can ask? Is there a group I
yeah.
can ask?
Yeah, you would probably know that where you're heading is you're on the
The
route.
people to ask.
Yeah.
I'm helpful.
In the internet.
I'll tell Jackson. The people who deal with the undergrounds live there. They're the experts.
But will they talk to us? They may not talk to us, they may talk to Erwin because he's
he's of Mornington.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with the people, and yeah, I know.
but can we, no offense to Erwin, and I mean no offense by this, but can we trust Erwin to go on his own? Or is that putting him in more danger than it's worth?
Charles would say,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I have maybe the formulation of a plan. What if you, locally known, have drafted in some external help in the form of us, and we accompany you as your employee at a party of sorts, and we use that as a sort of ruse.
Oh, so I hear this and I go, I'm only doing it if I get paid, and I look down at Erwin.
Isn't that like what it is? Aren't we like hiring Owen to be like a guide? Isn't that like, how's that a ruse?
It's the switch. If we're employed by Erwin, rather than us employing him, we are under his pay. But is that likely, Erwin? Where is your economic standing?
Oh, it totally works. Just trying to figure out a reason. If you've got to have a reason to sell it, that's all. I'm just trying to figure out a reason.
But we have these. We have those.
What?
Hmm?
We have a coin with a dove.
What's the out of character? What's the significance of that?
So it's the symbol of
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I'll rephrase. In Modern Sal,
Mhm.
having the coin with a dove on it,
Mhm.
what's the significance of that? Is that like a I'm a member of this gang symbol? Is it a get out of jail free card? Is it a membership card? I don't know. Is it? That's why I'm asking the Jim. Do I know?
Make a history check again. Again.
Yay! I love making history checks. Oh, for the first time, 20.
Yay! That's the roll. So Owen, you would know that this is kind of that often the rest of you have seen these as members of people who are part of this cult, this more cult. You have now how many coins? One on the dove, one from the priest. Sarah has another one.
There was, so they had one beforehand that they got from someone at a they docked.
Yeah.
There was one that we got from the people in the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Got the one from the priest.
Yeah.
This one, and we've given one to someone.
So there is significant plot hook, and I only just heard about it.
Five. Are they pentagon? They're pentagon shaped.
Sorry, not pentagon shaped. They're little coins.
Oh,
Sorry, say that again.
Coins, circular.
They're coins. They're discs.
Circular discs.
It is.
But they're, yeah, you have five. Well,
technically we have 4 because we gave one to
You've had 5, possibly.
Lady Owen.
yeah.
She wouldn't have kept it. She would have given it back to you.
Okay, so we've got 5.
Yeah.
That's 5 of us.
No, Jax has given one away, I think.
You gave it away.
We gave it to someone. I think it may have been. who was looking in stuff? It may have been to the city with Eluxa and Thingy.
Oh, with Charles's girlfriend, you know.
Yeah.
Charlie's girlfriend.
It was Charlie's girlfriend.
So when you've got 4 coins.
Yeah.
Is
And
this
this one's different. Has this guy got one on him?
That's what I was just about to say, because I said I was, yeah.
You check on the body. You look through it. No coin in this
Nowhere. Not round his neck, not in his
one. No,
pocket.
but no coin. But as you kind of ruffle the sleeve, there is a
Tattooed?
tattoo.
Oh.
But
A white one.
a white bird.
So he's of the dove, but the dove gives release.
I'm getting sick of seeing this and hearing about this stuff, to be fair.
Welcome to Modern Sale.
I get enough of birds for you. Don't need another one, thank you.
What you trying to say?
That's unfair.
You're enough. We don't need any more of you. You're enough.
It's not.
No, you're right. He's probably. I'm not gonna say that was really mean.
What I suggest is that we make that we are part of this. Maybe deceive them that they might show us the way, Owen, with you as a guide.
I don't know enough about this Moor cult to be able to convincingly lie. They can ask questions or even they even drop a hint and I don't understand. It's going to break the masquerade. I mean, I'm deceptive enough. I can get away with lots of things, but it still requires knowledge I don't have.
Tell them we're from East Haven,
Estelon.
Esterland,
Where's that?
Esterland, and we were sent by Father Scrotum. Scrotum.
Scroman.
Scrotum.
Scrotum, he's blatantly scrotum.
Esterland, Father Scrotum.
Scroman.
Scrotum.
How do you spell that? How do you spell it? I wasn't going to get it right. Scrotum.
Scroman.
Oh, so I have to slow that one down. SCR.
O.
Yeah.
MAN. Scroman.
Scrotum. Same as
Not Father Scrotum.
same as Samsung.
Oh, don't change it for me, bugger.
I think it sounds so.
Autocorrect spelling. I'm trying to write it down. No,
Is it trying to write scrotum or autocorrect?
Yeah, well, you know. I say, yeah. So Esterland, Father Scroman.
He sent us.
Yeah, I
with
got that much.
Deal with the fish people, not going well.
Will they call it fish people? Is that what you call them?
That's what I call them because that's what we know.
Do they have a name?
Fish people, probably.
Cereal.
Jack's just like,
Cereal.
Yeah.
Fish people. Do you know any more than fish people? Do you know a race? Is there a race people who are fish people? Were you there when fish people were involved?
Yes, I was. And we just called them fish people.
Fantastic.
Jack's just like fish
No,
people.
Cereal, you are most welcome to make a
And
nation
Erwin
check
just like,
instead of just
Fish people.
The
Fantastic.
Kuratoa.
Heck, I could probably sell that. You know, the fish people over there. You know, a bit weird. I could probably sell that, but fish people.
I'm pretty sure they're Kuratoa.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you want me to do a nature check or not?
no, you did. I think there was one done at the time, so you were there. The Kuratoa.
fish people. It's just that Erwin's just like,
Well, he's like, have they got a name? Yes. Other than the fish people, yeah, they've probably got their own names. Don't know any fish people names. Bob.
Yeah, Brian.
Bob.
Thinking that, yeah.
Bob.
You could make a nature check because you saw the priestess.
What?
You saw the priestess. You make a nature check, you might know what they were.
Father Scroman, what's his faith? What was his church? Does his church have a name?
He was an abomination of my faith.
No.
He set up in the church.
Nature 10.
No.
He set up in the church of Melora in Esterland, but he had a secret like altar, like sacrificial pit to lava this to the moor in the basement.
I've lost track of what the fuck's going on.
I think you actually need to go and have some sleep, Lou, because you just don't look very with it at all.
No, what we'll do is we'll just.
I'm just trying to find some information out because we're going to lie. I need to be able to lie convincingly.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm actually getting some backstory from the story that I've been running. You've been running the game. I, as a player, have no idea what you guys have been doing. This character also doesn't know. So I'm actually, ironically, catching up
Yeah.
with the
It's
story.
I just go the
Oh yeah, he made a deal with the Kuatoa people, and they were like sort of draining the village dry and like sacrificing all the stuff they got to the Maori stuff, and we fucked up everyone's plans. So the Kuatoa attacked Southgate.
the one where we burnt down the church.
That's the one
Yeah.
we
The
burnt
tent
down.
guy.
Question. There's lines of communication. As in, I don't really know D&D that well, or your world very well.
Yeah.
What is the likelihood, percentage chance, that news of the Easterland burning down, cult dying, would have got here ahead of Jackson and this party?
So you need to know the timing. Quite likely.
So they probably know about it. No fail.
Quite likely about the attack. They may
Okay.
not know who did
That's
it
unfortunate, but there you go. So they can't come with, I've got some bad news for you.
because
Well,
of
good
the
news for you.
time-
It's all
because of
worked.
the time that was spent in Southgate.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Cool.
They would have. Well,
Oh.
someone would have had to left from there ahead of you guys.
To be honest, there's also this weird freaky moor mirror that seems to have some sort of consciousness that appears in all of these different places and fucks off. So that could have communicated it as well.
Melty more.
But as out of character suggestion, I would try and sing it as, you know, these guys were sent down to see Father Scutum and he wasn't around, so they've come here because this is the only sort of group that's still active in the area. Would be my way of trying to sell it.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I was trying to sell it properly. Ironically, that would be just me introducing you to the group. Then you'd have to follow it up. But yeah, that's not impossible.
Well, Jax is not going to be lying.
We'll see. Jax is just going to be the strong silent type in the background.
Yeah, Jax doesn't do sort of subtleties, so he wouldn't be a good liar.
So
I have a whole -1 on deception. I'll have you know.
I have +4, but I roll ones all the time.
Oh God! Like you have had a poorly rolls during like this whole game.
Yeah.
My deception's +3. It's not too bad.
Okay, so because we're getting late and Lily's dying, how
Yeah.
should we wrap this up?
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
going to rock into Underetch and
Under it.
see if we
Okay.
can find someone to lead us into the dungeons to find them all. To
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're marching towards Andretch. Peter, GM, I will have some questions for you before next game.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
so
Please.
it's a
Just,
bit
put them
because
in
it'd
the
be a
message.
lot easier. Could then
Yeah.
try to stop the game and go, so what about this? What about that? So I'm basically
Yeah,
I'm
just
pretty
put
much
them
going to
in,
bombard you
WhatsApp.
with game.
Discord's better.
City
'cause
games.
Discord is kind of easier to follow.
All
Yeah,
right, Discord it is.
You've got Discord still.
I do.
Yeah, just message me on Discord, and I find it easier to track than WhatsApp messages for some reason.